Well, that was an absolute disaster. To be fair, it's better than what I kind of expected because this defense has been so rubbish recently. I low-key thought Mbappe would score at least 2 goals, but to be fair, they did do their job playing him offside a few times, which gave me deja vu from last season. I remember last season when he scored first twice, and then Barca came back and won by a lot of goals as well. But the difference was we don't have Inigo Martinez leading that back line. Our main goalkeeper, which we didn't have Juan Garcia last season, but still, Chesney. Oh, hang on, Chesney though he was fantastic today. But let me just and also obviously we didn't have Rafinha, which was the main reason why we didn't win. But let me start from the beginning. Okay, so it starts off with the referee being chosen. Last night I saw that he was chosen, and he's like very infamous for favoring Real Madrid over Barcelona. Like the amount of calls against Barcelona that this referee has given. Like I can't recall any off the top of my head right now. I should have looked at the tweet again before I filmed, but. There are quite a few. Like I remember one about Dani Alves as well. Like it goes all the way back. Like there's a history of this referee being uh, against Barcelona. But anyway, I want to say, oh yeah, Fermin Lopez has more open play goals at the Santiago Bernabeu in El Clasico than Cristiano Ronaldo. Fermin Lopez is as old as me, by the way. He's 22, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Ronaldo is literally on fraud watch. And I went back because I watched Michi's match review, and he was talking about that Messi performance against Real Madrid in 2017 in May, and oh my, that performance that gave me like nostalgia, just him talking about it, and it made me want to rewatch the highlights. So I went back to rewatch the highlights, and oh my, that Real Madrid attack was awful that game. Like genuinely, how could someone like ever compare Bale, Benzema, and Ronaldo to MSN? That attack was awful. The way they shoot the ball, the way they link up, and everything is just so bad. I was gonna say, and Ronaldo missed like a sitter. He got it over the bar. I totally forgot about that. And then Messi's dribbling, his shooting, his passing. All that match was incredible for Messi. Like pretty much, Messi was like the only good player that day. Like everyone else, low-key kind of stunk. Actually, Ter Stegen was insane that match, and Keylor Navas was really good too. But pretty much everyone else was kind of buns. Like Messi just carried so hard. Okay, anyway, that's the whole topic of discussion for another match. But let me talk about today's match. So I was my friend went to watch the game. He was at the Santiago Bernabeu, and he asked me my predictions, and I said 3-2 if Rafinha's playing, for Barca obviously. But if Rafinha isn't playing, oh boy, that's what I said. I didn't give a prediction. I said oh boy because I was expecting like Mbappe to score, which he did. So yeah. Um. Where was I going with this? I'm losing my train of thought. Whatever. We'll start off with so yeah, the referee was chosen, and I'm like, oh, of course they're gonna choose of course they chose this referee. Shock. And then it starts off with a penalty instantly. I was posting on my stories on my social medias, which you could follow. Links are in the description because obviously I gotta be posting on my stories every single day, so I'm engaging right with my audience. So I just posted a picture of like Yamal, just saying "Vamos" or whatever, and then as I'm posting that, Yamal gives away a penalty. It's a picture of Yamal I'm posting on my story, which you can still check out if you're still watching this. Before my story expires, you can check it out. It's just a picture of Yamal saying "Vamos," and then he gives away a penalty, and I didn't even see him give away the penalty because like I said, I was posting my story. He goes. They show the replay, and Vinny kicks Yamal. I'm like, that's not a penalty. If anything, it should be a free kick the other way around, and that's eventually what happened. So I'm like, okay, thank God. Like, the referee got some sense knocked into him. Like, I was like, for sure. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly how the match is gonna be played out, penalty after penalty, and like favoring Madrid after favoring Madrid, just like every other Clasico. To be fair though, I need to give some I need to say something. That El Clasico where it was 2017 with Messi that I just talked about. Umtiti actually should have given away a penalty. He kicks Ronaldo, but it was kind of like a love tap from what I saw. It didn't look like it wasn't like a serious kick. Like today, Bellingham smashed. Pause. Like he absolutely obliterated, who was it, Pedri? He kicks him so hard and he didn't get a single booking for it. I don't understand how that he got away with that. And if he's playing with a yellow, then obviously he has to play a bit more scarce because you don't want to be sent off, which eventually Pedri got sent off for a second yellow. Which we'll talk about in a bit. But so yeah, so that just sets the tone of the match already. It's like 1-0 or a 0-0, but it's now a penalty. But then checks the VAR and gives the free kick. So rightfully so, good refereeing there. Then, forgive me, I'm gonna forget quite a lot of things because this match happened. I don't even know, like 8 hours ago or something like that. About 8 hours ago. Because I went to church after the match. And then I ate food and I took a nap, and I took 2 dumps. So yeah, I took a while for me to film. But anyway, I was filming, better late than never. So what's next? He gives away the penalty, and then Mbappe scores an offside goal. I completely forgot about this until right now. He scores an offside goal, and it was like a banger. It was actually like a really good goal, but he was offside by this much. Genuinely, insert. I was gonna say your mom joke, but moms don't have you know what I'm talking about. I guess your friend. Anyway, you know I'm going with this. Anyway, insert joke there. Whatever. So it was a sliver offside, and thankfully he was offside. But then he eventually scores again later. But Balde kept him on, and he kept him on by quite a bit, which is unfortunate. So, but the thing is though, for someone who is regarded so highly, he does he doesn't look up once. He doesn't look up twice. He looks up 3 times. He keeps looking up. He's right in front of the goal, by the way. How many times do you need to look up before you shoot the ball? If you're a striker, if you're playing at this elite level, so a lot of footballers don't even need to look up. They just know where the goal is. Like Harry Kane, for example. How does Mbappe need to look up 3 different times against a retired goalkeeper? 1 is enough, bro. 2 is you're pushing it. 3 get out of here. Replace. I'll play instead of you, because genuinely that's actually taking the piss. And he still managed to hit it into Szczesny. So if Szczesny was just a little bit more reactive, he could have actually saved it, because it kind of hits off his ankle a bit. But yeah, unfortunate for Szczesny there. It was like a 1-on-1. Like you'd expect Mbappe to score there, but the fact that he still look up 3 different times just goes to show, why am I not professional, bro? Genuinely, put me up top. I'll actually score as many goals as Mbappe, or what do you call it? And I'll do it on far less of a salary. Okay, so genuinely, I'm sad over here talking about it when I could be playing instead, bro. It's actually so stupid. That knee injury. Anyway, don't worry. Once my injury is back, you'll see me on TV. But where was I going with this? But not just on YouTube, on La Liga or Premier League or whatever. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I got a fresh trim. I don't know. I feel like the fade was a little bit too high for my liking, but yeah. Anyway, it still looks decent, I think. Where was I going with this? So it's 1-0 at this point. Mbappe scored. There are a lot of calls going on, like that should have been in favor of Barca that were not given. But I don't want to get into all of them because we're gonna be here for like 50 minutes. So, and I'm not gonna be able to remember all of them. So please comment down below if I'm forgetting anything. And so the next thing I want to talk about was Fermin's goal. So Rashford brilliantly cooks down the wing, from what I remember, and then he cuts it back for Fermin, and then Fermin puts it in to make it 4 goals in his last 2 appearances, if I'm not mistaken. So he scored a hat-trick against Olympiacos, so, and then this would be the 4th goal. So very good from Fermin. I wanted him to start, and he did. And obviously, like, who else is there to start? If you look at the bench, we had Dro, Bargi, and Tony Fernandez. They're like, none of them are over 20 years old, by the way. None of them are 20 years old or over. So that's the bench. That's what the bench looks like for attacking options. That's why Barca just need to sign me. Come on, bro. I'll play for you guys for free. Genuinely, I'll play for free. I'll pay you to play. Okay, and I'll do a better job than Ferran Torres. Bro, honestly, Ferran's so bad. He's good like every once in a blue moon, and he just shows us how good he is. But then he just ghosts and is so bad. Bro, Yamal was ghosting so. Bro, do I even? Okay, I'll get into the player ratings after. But let's talk about the game first. So it goes. So it's 1-1. Then it goes like half. Oh, Pedri pulls Vinny because Vinny was through. Going towards goal, obviously dangerously. It was like a 3-on. It was like a 3-on-2 or 3-on-3 or something like that. And obviously, I'm like, I was very happy when Pedri pulled him because it was a tactical foul and it was smart because they're dangerous on the counter and Vinny's really quick. And this defense is not as good as last season. Last season it wasn't even that great, but it's way better than this season. So then what happens was he got yellow card obviously, and then eventually that led to a red card, which we'll talk about later. But I'm like, okay, I don't want to concede before halftime. That's what I said. In reference to Pedri getting the yellow card. 1 minute later, Barca concede. Maybe even less than a minute later. I don't remember how it was. Oh yeah, it was a cross, and then Kubarsi gets elbowed by Hodgson in the neck or in the face. I don't remember. And he was never gonna win that header. I think the ball is way over his head, but still, you can't elbow someone in the face or in the throat or wherever, and it not be a foul. How does that make any sense? It's pretty much the equivalent of me punching him in the face. You think you think the goal would still stand if I punched him in the face? No. So why is an elbow to the face not gonna? So this is still hitting in the face. Why does it matter what part of the body it is? You know. So that should have been a yellow for Hodgson, and it shouldn't even have counted. And of course, not even a pen merchant anymore. Like Bellingham used to take penalties for Madrid, didn't he? Or was it always just Vinny until Mbappe pulled up? I don't remember. But tap-in specialist, Bellingham, of course, back-to-back matches with tap-ins. But fair enough, right place, right time. But like then he goes and he celebrates like this again, like. Buddy, relax. You're playing a retired goalkeeper. He's retired. And half the squad is injured. Our best player is not even there to humble you guys. Like, genuinely, Barca fans do not respect and appreciate how good and how important RAPHINHA is to this team. They glazed Yamal so much. And what did Yamal do today? Genuinely, what did he do? He had one good. The only thing that I remember Yamal doing good was that one cross to Koundé, which we'll talk about in a sec. But anyway, so it's 2-1 and they go into halftime 2-1 down. Then the second half comes around. I don't really remember anything. I can't remember. Let me know if I'm forgetting anything. But obviously, like, oh yeah, Fermin had a chance where he could have passed it across. There was two defenders in front of him. Out wide, was Rashford and Yamal, maybe? I don't remember who was on the other side. Was it Ferran? But Fermin doesn't pass the ball. He shoots it, and easy save for Courtois. If he passes that ball to Rashford most likely is scoring. And then it's 2-2. And then who knows? Barca could end up winning or just ends as a draw. Obviously, Barca could have ended up losing, but they still ended up losing anyway because he didn't pass it. So that's what really annoyed me about Fermin, when being selfish. Yes, I know you're on a hot streak. So you're scoring, you want to be the hero, but you have to use your brain in that situation. Unlike Koundé, who also didn't use his brain. Actually, yeah, just like Koundé, who didn't use his brain, is what I'm trying to say. When I don't really remember anything else, but I remember Koundé had a chance where Yamal crossed it to him, beautiful cross. Was it a cross? It was like a through ball in the air kind of cross. I don't know how to explain it, but it falls to Koundé. I'm like, oh my, this is it. When I see it happen in real time. He doesn't header it. He chests it. What? Where are you chesting it? If he headers it, at least if he missed the header, I'd be like, okay, at least he tried the header, which was the right decision, because from that angle, it's a little bit. I mean, maybe not. Maybe the angle looked pretty good actually. I don't know, but if he scores with that header, 2-2 like near the end of the match, and it probably ends as 2-2 as well. So yeah, I can't believe he didn't. Koundé was really bad today. So And then yeah, and then there's a fight breaking out. Rafinha's defending Yamal. He's like Vinny is attacking like Barca players and of Yamal specifically. And I saw like De Jong say something like, why do you need to like tell Yamal like at the pitch you don't like the way he's talking and stuff like that when you have his phone number. You play on the same Spanish national team. Like you can do it in private, which is so facts. Like why do they be such drama queens about it? And Yamal is actually starting to annoy me with his posting on his stories. I mean, to be fair, it's cool like how El Clasico is more revived now. That's thanks to Yamal. But what is so annoying is he was better when he was 16, 17 years old than he is 18 years old. Something got into him, and now he's even worse. Probably maybe his girlfriend, quite literally. Um, so yeah, and I said, leave the girl before the football leaves you. That's the new saying. So Yamal has to dump her or she has to do us a favor and dump him because his performances are awful. His first touch today was awful. His shooting was awful. His dribbling was really bad as well. He's trying to get past two players when he can't even really make it past one, and then he could pass it instead, but nope. What else? He obviously doesn't defend. Um, yeah, just awful performance from him. Negative 5 out of 10 today. Um, I want him to go back to how he was last season when with uh with Lewa and Rafinha. Oh man, bro, Rafinha's so good. He's literally the whole reason why Barca were good last season. Or not the whole reason, but like main reason. Like Inigo's so good back defensively. We need an Inigo back, bro. I mean, fair enough to Inigo. Like, he had to go to chase the bag because he's a very old man and he needs to like think about his family and his future. But he let us down by leaving. Like he left us in the mud, and we don't have any replacement for it. We didn't get a replacement for him, so that sucks. But we can still do it even without him. It's just we need Rafinha back. The poor guy's still injured. What else was I gonna say? So Rafinha is injured. Ferran's ass, negative 10 out of 10, and then who else? Left wing was Rashford. Rashford, he got the assist. But he was barely involved. I don't know if that was because of him, it was his fault, or if it was just the fact that he was getting no service, or maybe both. But I'll just say 6 out of 10. I think is fair. He got the assist, which led to the goal. Obviously, that's what an assist is. I'm so dumb. But yeah, Fermin got the goal as well, but he didn't pass, so I'm gonna say 5 out of 10. And like he didn't really like do much apart from that goal, which it was a very good finish. Pedri got that red card for we didn't talk about it actually. Yeah, he got that red card. It was a second yellow. I think it was I think it was fair. And now he's not gonna play against Elche, who are seventh in La Liga currently. So that's not really ideal because Elche are doing quite decent. The fact that they're seventh now. I was thinking Elche were like a relegation zone, but then when I saw they were on the seventh on the table, I'm like, oh no, this is actually not really. I mean, Barca will be home, so hopefully it doesn't really. Pardon me. Hopefully Pedri's absence isn't that greatly missed. Okay, De Jong wasn't great either. I'll say 3 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10. Pedri, yeah, because of that red card, he'll have to drop down to like a 6 out of 10. I mean, his performance was all right. Is not the Pedri that I know, so I'm saying 6 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10. Left wing Balde. Or not left wing, left back Balde. Oh, I can't. He kept Mbappe on side, but honestly, I don't really remember anything Balde did. It's just because maybe the match was so long ago, like 8 hours ago or so. Like the fact I can't really remember anything. I'll just say 4 out of 10 from Balde. Kunde, he was really bad. Negative 3 out of 10. And then Araujo came on and he was playing as a left winger, which. Fair enough. At least he's trying to create something. Even though the ball went out for a goal kick, at least he tried to do something, even though it wasn't great. But I respect it from him. Like he scored against Girona, and he was trying to do the same thing again. I remember he was left wing, I think, against Girona as well. Like he was trying to create on the left side. But fair enough. We don't have our best player in that left wing position, so we can't really do much. So Araujo, he was really good defensively though. Like he was really solid. I want for my back line. I don't honestly. This is a topic of discussion. I was gonna say I want Eric Garcia playing right back. I want Koundé benched. Obviously, Koundé was fantastic last season, but Koundé is not the same Koundé from last season. I don't know what's gotten into him. But I liked it when Eric Garcia was playing right back. I want Araujo starting right center back, and then I want either Kubarsi or Christensen on the other side. Honestly, I'm thinking of dropping Kubarsi, to be honest. Like, Kubarsi has been really bad recently. It's probably because of without Inigo Martinez, their link up from last season is so goated, but now it's really bad. So I think drop Kubarsi for like Christensen, and then left back obviously Balde, and then Chesney. He was my man of the match. Chesney was so good. That pen save was ridiculous. Genuinely, it reminded me of that save against Messi in the World Cup versus Poland. But Argentina still won 2-0, and Messi still played really great that match. But he did save Messi's penalty, and fair enough, that was a really good save this time around as well. Stopping pen merchant Mbappe. And what? Well, I want to say, there was in the last 19 meetings, which includes this match, Barcelona and Real Madrid and El Clasico have never drawn in the last 19. So it's either been a Barca win or a Madrid win in the last 19. And I want to say, I think Barca have 6 wins and Madrid have 5 wins now in the last 11 matches. So yeah, those are some cool stats from what I remember. And then, so yeah, Chesney played really great. He was my man of the match. If it wasn't for Chesney's heroics in the net today, then the scoreline would look probably a lot more worse in favor of Real Madrid. And yeah, I don't really recall anybody from the bench. I think Bargi came on later. I wanted Bargi to take off Yamal like in the second half. Like, Yamal was ghosting so early on. He was, bro. Why is he? Oh, man, bro. He was so good last season. Now he's so buns. Genuinely. We need RAPHINHA back, bro. We actually need him back ASAP. So sad. Anyway. Oh yeah, the pen save. It was the first save a Barcelona. There was the first save a Barcelona goalkeeper has made from the spot since April 2022. So before Messi was a World Cup champion, that was the last time a Barcelona goalkeeper saved the penalty shot. So in that time frame, Barcelona have conceded 24 penalties. You know how crazy that is? So, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm planning, me, my friends, my brothers, and I, we're all planning on going to the watch El Clasico in Barcelona at the brand new, newly renovated Spotify Nou Camp in May of next year. After, if Barca qualified for the semifinals of the Champions League, the plan is to go watch that and then watch El Clasico like the same week. So that's what we want to do. So next time we watch El Clasico, unless they meet in the Cup or something like Copa del Rey or Supercopa de España like last season, that will be the next time. The next time I watch Barcelona, hopefully we'll be in person there. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the match. I might have forgotten quite a few things. I hope I covered just a majority of the topics I wanted to cover, because there was a lot of I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, Militao was like through on goal, but he has zero attacking instincts, obviously, because he's a center back. So he tried to pass it back, and then it just got like blocked or whatever. But that was kind of funny. But yeah. Let me know what you guys thought of the match. I'm forgetting a few things, maybe. I don't know. Let me know if I forgot anything. Follow my socials, my Instagram. Links are in the description. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Comment, follow, subscribe. Watch my other videos. They're on screen. I appreciate you guys for watching if you made it this far. Thank you guys for everything. Visca Barca and... yeah, Visca Catalunya. Oh, man.